Well, hey guys, what's going on? It's Steph here. I hope you've been well. I know I have. And it's time for another metal detecting, relic hunting, and maybe finding treasure adventure. This week's episode brings Patrick and I to a hayfield not too far from where I live. And the theme of the day, for whatever reason, is wings. One of which was a nice big bucket lister for me. And before we get into it, a few really quick things. Of course, as always, please keep me in mind for any and all of your metal detecting needs. I've put a pinned comment down below with my contact information. Reach out to me anytime. Second, several of you expressed a lot of excitement in last week's video's comments about the trade site that will be coming up very soon. It is not in this video, but as we get into the next video and a couple thereafter, that's when we start to really get hints of what we're on. So I just wanted you guys to know that because I know some of you were really amped up for this week's video being at the trade site, and it's kind of not. And with that out of the way, last thing, if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications, and if you like the video, leave me a thumbs up as well. It helps the channel grow, and it ensures that I can continue making this content for you. So without further ado, let's hop in. Out here with Patrick this morning. He's got quite the face on because I just got a big banger of a signal. It was like a 31, 32. And it's a big ball, which we are hoping is a choroidal bell. And I really hope it's complete. No, I think it's going to be a horse hame. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. I was just thinking about that recently because I don't have one. That's pretty cool, though. Let me brush that off. Well, there it is. This thing is freaking massive. You can see a little pinhole right there. And I'm not sure if there's one on the other side. I can't really tell. No, it doesn't appear to be. So anyway, I'm going to throw up an illustration on the screen right now of how these were used and where they were placed, because I'm going to have a really difficult time explaining it very early in the morning. And yeah, if you know anything about me by now, you know I'm not a morning person. So, well, anyway, that woke me up. We'll keep going. All right, I'm pretty excited right now. I got a 12 or 13 on the Equinox. It was reading 8 inches down. Sounded pretty small, so I thought it might be a nickel, but it's not. I do believe it's something I like to find. It looks like part of a buckle. Let's hope it's an old one. Actually, maybe not. What are you? Maybe it is a buckle. I just love the slow reveal. Sorry, you guys might not enjoy this as much as I do, but I love it, and it's my channel, so I shall do what I want. Okay, man. Wow, this is really caked on there, but I definitely want to get this on film if it's a really old one, which I think it is. I think that's going to be like a shoe buckle or maybe a knee buckle. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Do we have all of it? Yep. Wow, is that a spectacle? Whoa. That looks ancient. Absolutely ancient. Let me brush it off and come back, and maybe I'll have an idea on an age of this. That is a nice buckle. Well, we'll get back to this buckle in a minute. Actually, let me just pick it up and show you now that I cleaned it off. Or brushed it off anyway. Not much to clean. This is actually where I am right now. Where you see all the dead grass is kind of an old riverbed. So things are not going to be in great condition down here. But that might be a 1600s buckle, guys. I don't know. If it's like a bootstrap buckle or what it is. If I don't have anything on the screen identifying it, you know, give me your thoughts for sure. But that is an oldie. Very old. This buckle has been admittedly pretty difficult to classify, but I think I have enough contributing factors and attributes to be able to at least date it. So let's go take a look. And I am checking out rectangular and trapezoidal buckles. I want you to note the recessed bar down the middle here. That is also present with my buckle. Okay, sometimes that indicates it's a little bit later, but in this case, I really don't think so. It's also tinned, much like a couple of examples in here. All right, and just wanted to show you at least one other example in here that kind of reminds me of this buckle. Okay, so you see over here, that this big tinned example has this roundish, exterior with the squares in the middle. So it has a similar shape to that. It's obviously not as fancy, but in terms of the age, that's about 1620 to 1690. This could be a little bit later than that, maybe just over 1700, but either way, it's a very old buckle, and I am really stoked to have that one in my collection now. Very, very, very old. And you came over with something, you said it's kind of a joke, right? What? Are you kidding? What? If I make this the thumbnail, I'll get like 1 million views. Like the silliest thumbnails get views. Not that he's silly. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. What?
Yep, just chilling in the grass.
Like a butterfly whisperer. He walked from like the very edge of you can see where his machine is. You walked all the way over here with that thing in your hands.
It's gorgeous.
That's weird. Can you like stick your hand in a beehive and it's no problem?
I used to keep bees.
Okay, well,
but
there
I wouldn't
you go.
stick my hand in a beehive.
Well, not a hive, but you know what I mean. Wherever you keep the bees. That is really cool. It's going to fly in my face soon. I can just feel it. So, okay. We'll keep going. So I've got a banger of a signal right in the middle of the screen. You can kind of see where I pushed my coil down, but I figured I didn't film a couple things, and why not, just for the sake of interest, I got a hinge a little while ago that was a screaming 17, maybe like 10 inches down. And then these guys, that is actually a pair of chicken blinders. And I think those are so that chickens don't attack each other. I don't really know exactly. We don't typically find them here in Connecticut, but yeah, I'm going to show you the signal that I've got right now, because it's one of the best signals I've gotten today. All right, here's that signal. Pretty consistent mid-20s, so hopefully that's something good. Well, I don't think it's anything too exciting, but I showed you the signal, so I may as well show you what it is. And I'm not even quite sure yet. Looks like I got screwed. It appears that way anyway. Let me see. Yep. That's a whole lot of nothing exciting, but that was a hell of a signal. All right, I think I have a good coin. I was ringing up a 15, very shallow. I thought it was going to be another pull tab. I've been digging those all day. Flipped over the plug, and it was maybe like 3 inches deep, really. But this is either going to be a fatty Indian or a flying eagle scent. And ooh, that's the early style. Can I even see what I'm really looking at? Hang on a minute. I don't think it has the shield on the wreath. Oh, so it's going to be a first year fatty, or it's going to be my flying eagle. I hope it's the flying eagle, but I'll take whichever. Oh, it is rough. I think that might be a flyer, though. I think it might be one. Let me come right back. Whew, this one is rough. I'm going to have to put a non-dug example on the screen, but you can just make out the word scent there. And the wreath just looks different from an Indian head scent. So flipped it over, and you can just kind of make out the shape of the eagle. It's definitely not a first-year Indian. It's an 1857 or 1858 flying eagle scent. It is the first small scent that the United States ever minted. And that is awesome. And I know you can't really see much on this coin, but hopefully some steel wool or some Andres pencils will do something to fix this up a little bit so I can see the eagle. But that is awesome. That is a first, and I'm glad to knock that off the list. Well, I gotta say I'm pretty perplexed with this one. Got like a screaming 1920. The grass is pretty tall in here, so, I was thinking maybe a bottle cap on the surface, but it was actually about 6 or 8 inches down. I thought it was scrap lead, so I brushed it off. But it looks like an eagle wing. That is very interesting. That's really cool. It's clearly broken right there. It's some kind of pot metal, I think. Doesn't look too old to me, but if I can find more of it, I will certainly let you know. This one made me laugh, and it really confused me. It will never cease to amaze me what you can find in the ground. So I stuck the pinpointer back down there, and I got 2 more pieces. This is going to be tough to do one-handed, but... So this is the original piece. that first wing that I thought was an eagle wing, which is not. Then I got like the same kind of wings, so it didn't look like this mirrored the other one. I don't know. Couldn't quite figure it out. And then this came out. It's an owl. It's a yellow owl. And all of that should go back together pretty easily. I don't know if this was mounted onto something. I'm very confused as to what it is, but I really like it. Who's in the hole? Sorry, I had to do it. I've been thinking about it the whole time since I turned the camera on. Wow. Okay. All right, real quick. So I was putting this away. P.S. I found a pistol ball today. I just did not film it. And you can see how the wing attaches there. And the other one, I wish I had a third hand, but I don't, goes in the same position, so it's like flying forward. Kind of reminds me of a hood emblem for a car, but what the heck brand of vehicle has anything to do with owls? I have no idea. Anyway, we'll figure that one out for sure, though. I'm excited about that, actually. Okay, I'm just kind of walking around this field. Just got a really sweet sounding signal. Has kind of that fluty sound of silver, but we shall see. Yep, sure as anything. When it sounds really fluty and high on the Equinox, there's just like this fluty quality to it. I can't really explain it unless you have one. You know what I'm talking about if you have an Equinox or a Minelab. You can just tell it's silver. And it was. This is a mess because I was really having trouble pinpointing this, actually. I'd opened the plug, couldn't find it, so it must have been on edge somewhere. I don't know what it is yet. Oh, I'm hoping Merc. It was ringing up like a 27 when I was rechecking it, so let's see, we do have a mint there. Looks like San Francisco. I think that's an S. And then just gently, let's see what we have for a date. Where are you? Let's see, 1918 maybe? Cool, I'll go ahead and spread that off. It looks like it's in really nice shape, actually. I will take it. All right, there it is, 1918. Beautiful condition. Double checked, and yes, it is definitely a San Francisco mint. You can see right there. There's an S. That's a nice one. I don't know if that's a key date or not. Probably not. It's usually just I think it's just like the 1916 D that's the key date, but I could be wrong. Huh. Well, I guess we'll mess around here for a little bit longer. That's an awesome sign. Well, I've been filming a lot of failed live digs of can slaw, but this sounds pretty good. So we'll give it another go here. If it's anything half decent, you'll see it. Well, I promised I would show it to you if it was half decent. And I guess D is for decent. It's a tack buckle. Not super exciting, but actually, you know what? It has a cool little pattern on it. That's not a bad one. Sounded like a copper. All right, got a pretty proud 18 signal. And I have a piece of old looking brass in hole. No idea what it is yet, so I figured we would, oh, it's a key! Yes! Oh, that's one of my favorite things to find. That's a barrel tap key. That is amazing. Oh my goodness. I love keys. You guys don't even understand. It's like shoe buckles and then keys for me, basically, for civilian items. That's amazing. I'm going to brush that off and come back. Awesome. Well, there's that key brushed off. Man, it looks ancient. This is so cool. This is what would open this spigot for a barrel tap, as I was starting to say earlier. This one looks so old. So old and so crude. And you can tell that it's a barrel tap key. At least I hope I know what I'm talking about. Because it has this diamond shape on the bottom. And that's what you insert into the barrel to open it. That's flippin' awesome. I've been thinking about these recently, actually. And was really hoping to find one. So that makes my day. That's awesome. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this week. I really hope you enjoyed that half as much as I enjoyed being there, digging the relics, and my flying eagle. Been waiting for that coin for a long time. And until next time, you know what to do. Get out there, save what you can, do what you love. We'll see you next week.